So the first things first, when we get our pH pen, we're going to get a set of instructions, and we want to open those instructions, and there's a section here that says before you start, which is really important. So we've got some electrode storage solution, which is this little silver packet here. So with our pH electrode storage solution, we want to open this up, fill all the contents of that into our little cap here, and that's going to wet this little sponge at the end. And it's really important that we keep the ends of this wet after we've used it, and after we've rinsed it, we put it back in here so these little probes don't dry out. It's really important to keep this accurate. This is pre-calibrated by the factory, but we've got what's called a pH 7 buffer solution. So in this little container here, we've got 100 ml of water, and we're going to open up our little buffer solution, and we empty the contents into here, and this can last for a good 4 weeks. You just want to keep this in a nice cool dry place in a cupboard or something, not in the sun. And this ensures that when we turn our pH pen on, if we need to recalibrate it, this buffer solution is going to bring it back to that 7 mark, so we know that it's going to be accurate when we put it into our reservoir. So we're just going to open our little access port here, and we're going to turn on our pH pen. We're just going to press it once and the power button comes on, and we're going to stick our pH pen in, and we're just going to give it a few seconds just to work its way down and get the right measurement. So our pH we measured at 6.7. Ideally, as we said, we want to get that pH down to 6, in between 6.5 and 5.5. That gives us a bit of a buffer. So to do that, we're going to use our pH down. And if we look at our instructions here that we've got with our pH kit, it says to drop our pH down by 1 point, we need to add 1 mil for every 50 litres of water. So considering we've got 85 litres of water in our reservoir, to bring that down from 6.6 to 6, we really want to only add a mil, or do it in mil increments, because we're trying to bring that down basically a half a pH point. So we can do that step. We just get our syringe, we fill our little cap up, we take a mil of the solution of the pH down, put it into our reservoir, give it a stir, give it about a minute or two for it to do its thing, and then we're just going to get our pH pen, turn it on, retest, and we should be within that range of 6, which is great. So we've used our pH pen, now we want to make sure we rinse it before we put it into storage, which is really easy. So what we want to do, we want to grab our hose, a pH pen, we just get our hose, and we want to make sure we thoroughly just give the end of it a rinse, like that. Getting all of those probes kind of clean, there's only 2 there, so give it a really solid rinse, like that, not too much. Shake it off, put it back into our cap, and we want to make sure that we store our pH pen, our pH down, and all our nutrient in a nice cool cupboard away from direct sun. It's going to make sure that it's going to be accurate and it's going to work for as long as we need it to.